My desk is all messy like. Okay, so let's jump on in. Man, I'm happy they got DYL fixed, huh?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
All right, so what I did is I went ahead and went back pretty much to while I was on vacation. I pulled all the calls that were pretty much worthwhile.
Okay.
Say you end up having one, two, three, four, five, six decent contacts over the course of 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I attribute some of that to your call volume. Your call volume's been down just a little bit, but I think that's because your service intake's been up a little bit. So
Okay.
I'll work on trying to get that resolved. But a couple things. So first things first, I was thinking, what do you think about adjusting your schedule a little bit?
To what?
So Mondays, instead of being here at 8:30, why don't you come in at 9?
Okay.
Because it does me no good, and it doesn't do you any good for me to schedule you in at 8:30, and you have traffic or any kind of lingering fun from the weekend, then you end up coming in at 8:45 anyway. So
Okay.
why don't I just have you come in at 9?
Okay.
Give you a little
Monday?
bit, yep, and then we'll just have you out at 6:30,
Okay.
and then Tuesdays. Tuesdays is going to be your long day. The reason I like Tuesdays being your later day.
Like my 10 to 7 day?
Yeah, your
Okay.
10 to 7 day, simply because I feel like if you're going to be able to build any kind of momentum, it's going to be on Monday, Tuesday.
Okay.
That gives you the greater chance of propensity to close anything Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
For early maybe next week, yeah.
Exactly. So it helps, I think, kind of get you a little bit ahead. And then I was thinking Wednesday, Thursday, instead of you coming in at 9, I'll have you come in at 9:30, and then just come in at 9:30, 6:30.
Okay.
That way, instead of you fighting your schedule or embrace it. Yeah, you're 24. Have a good damn time. Come
So
in.
should I just do 9 to 1 on Friday still, or no?
Yeah. Keep that the
That's
same.
cool.
Friday's the exact same. I'm just adjusting that a little bit just so you can get a little extra sleep and
I like that.
yeah. Well, you
I've
got
been
to
late a few times. I know.
you got to play to your folks' strengths. So make sure now, with me adjusting this, if you come in at 9:01, you're actually late. You want to be here at like 8:58. You
Okay.
want to get here about a minute or two before your shift starts.
Okay.
All right. While I was pulling your calls, I noticed a trend, and I think I know the answer, but I wanted to follow up with you. Between the times of 5 and 6, there's a 30-minute break. What's your thought process on the 30-minute break? Why are you having the 30-minute break?
At the end of the day.
On the call.
I feel like honestly, I feel like sometimes I'm calling like 4:35, then I kind of start something else. Do you want me specifically calling after 5?
Well, here's the
5:30?
reason why is your premier time to get a hold of people is going to be between 5 and 6. What my thought process was when I was looking at this, that you had ran out of all your calls and you were given a 30-minute break before you tried your last session. That's what I thought you were doing.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really have like I know you told me to do this before, like set up my time, how to do it, but it's like I'll finish this and I'm gonna finish my calls.
Okay.
Or I'll finish my calls and then I'll go do this.
So
sort
you're
of
perfectly
thing.
fine with doing that throughout the course of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, all the way until 5.
So make
At
calls.
5 to 6 or 6:30, Sejla, that's going to be your best time to get a hold of people,
Okay.
hands down. Because if you just look at your call log, how many times you call people over the course of the day, and how many people you actually get a hold of it from 5 to 6:30, that's a lot more.
I did the accident list I think last week, both in the evenings, and I talked to maybe 4 or 5 people
Each time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
People
what
they
I was
want,
gonna do is instead of continue to work the leads that
Okay.
we're going to be giving you. We're going to up your leads a little bit more because you're having
Okay.
more success with them.
Okay.
But we're not turning up the leads. I'm just pulling them away from Sam.
Okay.
I'm pulling them away from Sam and giving them to you.
Okay.
And he's going to start calling more of the colder leads.
Okay.
And that way you're more on the hotter leads.
Okay.
And then when Mark gets back, we get Mark trained up. We're not going to actually change your value. We're just going to give him the same value you have. So we're going to increase the total
Trying
lead.
to sell more.
Yeah. So, that you sell more, that puts more point in your pocket, helps the agency hit the
Yeah.
numbers that we're going for.
Yeah.
But also, too, if you do get burned through your leads, that's perfectly fine. But I want you to then transition into the MVP hot list.
Okay.
Start calling out of that.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I know that Jeremy had a conversation with you a little while ago about the leads being texted through MVP.
Yeah, I need to.
You know what you got to do? You got to write it down.
Yes, I have it, but I don't know how I need to talk with him, what he exactly wants. He told me to use the templates if there is, but I guess what does he exactly want? What verbiage kind of does he want to use?
All right, so the first thing we got to do is
Jeremy.
Jeremy is not, he doesn't like the browbeat. He doesn't.
Okay.
What he likes to do is he'll do this to me too. He'll assign me a task, and then he'll set a follow-up, like a week out, to see if I did it.
Okay.
And I didn't realize how rude I was being by just forgetting.
Okay.
But I had to do a better job in writing stuff down.
Yeah.
So you got to do it too.
Okay.
So when he does it, it's really rude, and I like. No, I
do feel that I've been trying to come up with like a perfect email. I even asked Daniel, like, can you help me with the email? Like,
I'll help you with the email. That's fine. I'm good at that. I'm your sales manager. I'll help you with that stuff.
Should I maybe use the ones that we already used for ETL?
You can tinker with it. You can play with it. You can. I mean, you're creative. I've seen you in action.
Not much, but yeah.
You're creative, and you've got great ideas. And I've heard some of your conversations and how you kind of go. You have what it takes to be able to put it together. Just you forgetting.
Okay.
So you got to write it down.
Okay.
So when you end up having a conversation with Jeremy, just make sure you jot that stuff down.
Okay.
Okay. That way, because everything he tells me is important. I would never intentionally not do something that he asked me to do. But I get busy and I forget.
Yeah.
Same for you. I know that's the case.
It wasn't my intention. The first, I know it's been like a month since he got I know. And at the first, it was just, I was so busy. I went on vacation, came back to home market. I wasn't even thinking about it.
So make a mental note.
But I am, yeah.
Make a mental note. You write it down, and then you circle it and you follow up with it.
Okay.
He's got too much on his plate to be micromanaging all of us. So when he gives us something, we got to get it done. Okay. Okay. And then we went over the schedule. I went over that. Okay. I think that's all I wanted to address for that one. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into your calls. Now, I was getting a little worried, but then I kind of got a little happy.
Why?
Well, I'll show you Jeremy Billington.
Oh, who is that one? Jeremy Allen?
Oh, you had two Jeremys back to back.
Oh, yeah. One was Amber had called me, call him. He texted back, one of them. And I called back, and it kind of went not that route. Just you probably.
Oh, good.
Hello?
Hi, is this Jeremy?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
Hi, Jeremy. My name is Sejla. I'm with Farmers Insurance. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I love your positivity. You maintain that on all of your calls.
Okay.
So
even when I'm not, I try to sound like you.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to, that's another thing too. Being that you're in your 20s, I drink heavily in my 20s. Jeremy drank heavily in his 20s. It's fine. Have a good time. But girl, you got to learn to turn that shit on. You got to learn to turn that shit off.
Yeah.
That's a balance. It takes a little bit of effort.
Yeah.
But hey, you're a grown woman, so you do that. You have a good time. But you bring your ass to work and you be ready to work. Because that's what rock stars do. You can party, you can live it up, but you got to come in and rock and roll too.
I know.
So you do what you got to do. I tell you what, I damn near fell asleep at a stop sign. I still got my ass to work and had a great day. We got to do that. All right.
I'm good.
Good. I was giving you a call. Looks like you filled something out online to get an auto quote, and I had all the numbers put together. If you had a quick second for me.
Oh yeah, that's what else.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's just verify a few things here first. I have you currently at 335 in St. Eugene Lane in Florissant. Okay, and now do you own or do you rent?
Rent.
Yes, rent. Okay. It was not ran right, and I stitched it, and it wasn't ran.
I was wondering what happened because you completely went off script. I was like, after this,
okay. That's when I was like, okay, two Chevrolet Suburban on here.
Okay.
That's what it was.
So was this like a situation where one of the new people ran it and it was all wrong?
And I called it, I fixed it, and I was going over them. Okay. At the time.
Okay. I was wondering because I actually wrote down didn't have your shock and all, went completely off script and didn't go over BI limit.
I was going over
I was like something threw her off.
I was looking at it and I was like, well, shit, this is wrong. I kind of pitched it, and he told me to call him the next day. I didn't call him back because I saw what it was when it was like $280 with Bristol.
Yeah, okay. All right. So I don't need to dig into that one. I wrote down, I was like, why did you go off script?
Yeah.
So when you end up having that happen, that's hard. That's really hard. So.
Which I should have looked at it, but I guess, he answered, and I was like, okay, go with it.
And that's it. When you get them on the phone, we've done so much work behind the scenes to where when you get them on the phone, you need to have faith and trust that the information you're looking at is correct.
Yeah.
That's a prime example of what we'll show new people when they're training. Hey, this is what happens to a really good salesperson when they get somebody on the line,
it's not right.
But it all falls apart on them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I probably couldn't overcome that. You know what I mean?
And I guess it was because it was the new system. I didn't know how to navigate
I mean,
it was all those.
Yeah. Now this one right here, I literally spit the drink out of my mouth.
Why? What did I say?
Let's hear this.
Hello.
Hi, is this Jeremy?
Speaking.
Hi, Jeremy. My name is Sejla over here at Jeremy Heiser's Pharmacy.
A pharmacy.
I
think I was texting my sister, and she said I'm still at the pharmacy at the time. And I was like, farmer. I don't even know why I said that.
What the hell was she saying?
All right.
Pharmacy Farmer's office.
I'm cracking up. I remember.
But
it was late at the end of the day, was it?
Yeah, it was like 6 o'clock.
Quote that was sent over.
You had a good pitch. You got back to it.
I think it's a better rate than. Actually,
when I had ended up having
about 5 trucks.
I
And
I'm going to trade one in.
Such a liar. So I was trying to figure out what discount to give him. He said he owns property. That's how he makes his money. Why are you renting a house to live in it?
Yeah.
Then he later on down the road says, I rent the home, and I was just like, what?
Yeah.
What?
I know. And data integrity is something that's really, really important. So, it is something you do have to continue digging on.
Yeah.
Because let's think about it like this. Let's give them the homeowner discount. Let's say, you think you can talk them into the homeowner's insurance. You do that, you write it, but in 90 days it falls off and the customer's canceled. What did we win?
Nothing,
We didn't win nothing. We're paying back premium. We're paying back commission.
Yeah.
So you did the right thing. You ended up digging in, figuring out if it was a homeowner, if he rents. So I will commend that all day long.
Okay.
We got to make sure our data integrity is accurate, and you did that.
Yeah.
And you verified it, and you did it the right way.
Yeah, I tried to get him because he said he had a few rental properties, but I guess I was just confused when he was like, I rent the home, I own properties and rent. I was like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
So that's what I went through on that one. Let's go over Harold. Harold Clark. Now this one right here, this was yesterday. You called him. I don't think you can hear him. Or my other concern was maybe you were distracted.
Farmer's office. This is Sejla. Hello?
Oh no, this is not the right person. No.
Harold called me back.
No, wrong Harold.
Oh.
Wrong Harold. Dismiss. Rewind. Let's get back to call history.
I think I had a Harold call me back.
No, you called this one. Maybe Harold's his first name. Maybe Harold's his last name. I'll tell you in just a minute.
I think it is Harold Clark. He called me back. I had spit the rate out because he said he wasn't interested in blah, blah, blah. He liked the rate, so I did an ETM for him. I mailed it out. He said mail it out to me if it worked.
Hold on. Let me double check. Is it possible for your contacts to move in your eye and get off center?
I don't know. I wonder, is the entire contact
Because sometimes
the prescription, or is it just a certain?
I don't know. Sometimes it's crystal clear, and then sometimes it's kind of blurry. What the hell?
Just my drops in a picture of everything. Whenever I have problems contacts, I'm like, I drop. Perfect.
River Herald. Let me look at this one.
All right, I'll see.
So you can hear me if I'm talking before it?
The minute this comes up, it's recording right now.
Hello?
Hi, is this Harold?
Yes.
McCormick.
Hi, Harold. My name is Sejla. I'm with Farmers Insurance. How are you doing today?
Reasonably well.
He said, "I'm really not doing well." And here's
What did I say?
Excuse me?
Reasonably well.
Okay, well, it's good to hear. I was just giving you a call.
Oh, I did not hear
something
that.
out online to get an auto quote, and I had all the numbers put together. If you had a quick second for me.
I was like,
Oh, man.
"All right."
Oh, Harold.
She plowing forward. I like it.
I didn't hear him. No, I feel so embarrassed now.
You want me to give you a call back tomorrow? We're coming in about $212 a month. Hello?
I'm going to have company in a little bit, so I won't
He's
be
just old. I mailed
Yeah.
it out to him.
It's all right. You did a good thing spitting it out. Just try to hear what they're saying.
Okay.
I pulled
Is there
Peggy.
any way I can turn up the...
Receiver? Yeah, when this is up, you know, you're hitting that plus sign, makes it
Okay.
louder in your.
It is hopefully up, so I don't know. Maybe he was just very low.
I don't know. I know Shannon had Shannon. Yeah, Shannon had that. We have a guy named Shannon, right? Yeah. Shannon.
We do.
Yeah, he had one of those things that goes up both sides of the ears. I want one of those. I'm
I
like,
know, that's too much. I mean, I just... Maybe
I
he
like
called
calling.
me too low.
I'm so used to like having headsets on because I'm a nerd. But anyway, all right. So Peggy, you wanted me to pull Peggy's call.
Yeah, Peggy seemed like she wanted it, she didn't want it. I don't know. I mailed it out to her and I was going to follow up with her this week.
Yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to touch base. I looked in there. I haven't seen any other follow-ups. Well, how are you saving your follow-ups? Are you doing the good old-fashioned paper?
I have my staff of people that I've talked to, that I know I've talked to. And
Piece of advice?
I could probably do it some other way, but okay.
Piece of advice. In DYL, you can actually schedule yourself a call.
Yeah.
To where it'll
But
ring.
you know what I kind of
You don't have to answer the phone when it does, but that can be a reminder for you to go in, try to reach out when you have time.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, I guess I leave the papers and I'm like, okay, now I have free time. So I'm going to do my follow-ups right now.
I get it. But
I should.
You're going to start having stuff fall through the cracks. Okay. I mean, you are starting to have a little bit fall through.
Okay.
So.
Hello.
Hi, is this Peggy?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Peggy. My name is Sejla. I'm with Farmers Insurance. How are you doing this afternoon?
Okay.
Good. I was giving you a call. It looks like you filled something out online to get an auto quote, and I had all the numbers put together if you had a quick second for me.
Beautiful introduction.
Okay, just 1 minute.
Okay. Let me get you pulled up here.
Your introduction is fantastic. It really is. It's warm. It's generous. It's inviting. I would be open to having a conversation with you on the phone. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Verify
exactly. That's what I knew was going to happen.
11022. Is it Liddy Road in St. Louis, Missouri?
Yes.
Okay. And is it just you and Robert as the drivers on the vehicles?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then for the cars, I have a 2002 Toyota RAV4 and a 2014 Ford F-150.
Mm-hmm.
And are you familiar with your current bodily injury limits, your property damage?
Beautiful.
Not exactly. What company are you with?
I'm with Farmers Insurance.
Oh, the Farmers. Well, I already know you're expensive.
Oh, we're coming in about $118 a month, so if that does help you at all.
Good job.
So I feel like in those situations.
In a situation like that, she's being combative because she likes you. She's being combative, like she threw an insult at you to try to elicit a response.
Yeah.
To get you off the phone. You did it perfect. You ended up having it. You deflected it, and then you gave the price. And then that triggered more of the conversation.
118 a month.
Yeah, or do you have to usually pay?
No, we don't pay by the month, a year, 6 months at a time.
Okay, yeah, at the 6-month rate, where you're looking at about $713.
713. Okay. Is that fully covered?
So right here, as she's engaging with you, you answer this question, you need to come back to the pitch. Come back to the bodily injury limits. Because you've already wowed a little bit because of the price. We know that the price is blowing her away. So now we need to show her how much she doesn't know about her current coverage.
Okay.
And I think we do that. It increases your likelihood by some percentage points. Yeah.
Yeah, so let me see here what you guys currently have.
I think her
so full coverage on both of the vehicles.
I think her interrupting me the first time I asked.
It threw you off.
Yeah.
And that
deductibles you guys usually go with on your vehicle.
But when that happens, just remember, come back to the close. Come back to the close. Think of you get niece and nephews, cousins, little cousins.
Yeah.
And when they ask you for a piece of candy, they say you can't have a piece of candy. What do?
They come back and ask for it again.
Yeah. So kids are the best salespeople on earth because they keep coming back to the close.
Okay.
Same for salespeople. You have to come back to the close, just like a kid trying to get a piece of candy. You got to stay on topic.
All right.
Because you're going to control the conversation navigation. So when somebody throws you stuff, the boop, answer, come back to the close.
Okay.
1,000.
With the $1,000 adjustment.
So
were you wanting full coverage on the
I guess here I could have.
Yeah, you could have. And that's why I wanted to pull this one, because you did a good job getting all the way through it. You missed your closing statement, but I don't think you had the confidence in the closing statement because you only had like one shock and all. You need to have a couple of those.
Okay.
Then you have faith. Then you know.
Okay.
So come back to the close in a situation where they throw you off. Finish the pitch, build your scenario, offer the solution, ask for the close.
Come back and finish the pitch.
Come back and finish the pitch, have the scenario. Provide the solution, ask for the close. And then Clifton, I had a recommendation. Clifton.
Hello?
Hi, is this Angela?
Yes.
Hi, Angela. My name is Sejla with Farmers Insurance. How are you doing this evening?
Okay.
Good. I was giving you a call. Looks like you spoke to somebody in the past in the marketing team here at Farmers. And we took a rate decrease. Just wanted to see if we could save you some money on your auto insurance.
Okay, we can check.
Okay, well, definitely. Let me get it all
I like
up
it.
here,
I
though.
like your, well, okay, let's
Are
go.
you safe on?
I don't think I did the value.
Oh, Farmers.
No.
With Farmers. Yeah, let me just get that one up here.
Yep, I remember it.
Okay, and just to verify a few things first, I currently have
Actually,
you
you
at
do it.
7454 Ralston
Yeah.
Court.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I do. We're more expensive.
We do, but we needed, and I
And now,
wrote
do you
down.
own or do
Okay.
you rent?
I'm buying.
You're buying? Okay.
Yeah.
And then for the vehicles, I only had you listed as a driver. Is there anyone else that needs to be listed on?
Oh, no, man.
Just you?
So
Okay.
on a situation like that one, what I like to ask is, do I need to have anyone else listed on the household? For example, any loved ones or a spouse? Because then sometimes, well, yeah, my daughter, or yeah, my sister, or my mother, or my boyfriend, or my husband.
So just say,
I like to say loved one or spouse, but you don't have to say loved one or spouse, but you got to get that conveyed somehow, some way.
So should I just kind of, in her situation, kind of like, okay, I see here that you're listed as drivers. Anyone else I need to add on?
Yeah, and
Driver.
that's pretty much what you said. But what were you?
Not like that way.
Well, you're still getting the answer, but ideally, if they're trying to hide somebody, when you end up saying loved one, they tend to reveal that when I say loved one compared to is anyone listed, because then it's transactional compared to like relationship. Do you have any loved ones? Oh yeah, my sister, or so that's typically when I get it. But I mean, she might not have had anybody. I don't know, but that would have been one suggestion that I had.
And then for the vehicles, I had a 2014 Chevrolet Cruze pull up and a 2006 Ford Escape.
That's correct.
Cruises are the most expensive vehicles to insure.
Really?
And I do see here that you're currently insured with
There's a preferred vehicle of purchase for youthful operators, so all companies rate them higher because they're involved in more accidents.
Is that right?
Right.
Oh, okay. And then, are you familiar with your current limits with them?
Bodily injury limit.
I'm just pulling up in the house. I don't even know I got the papers with me right now.
No, you're fine. I just ask always, I always like people to know what they...
Illustrate this a little different.
Okay.
So, it's the agent's responsibility to make sure you understand what your bodily injury limits are, because that's what protects you in the event of a car crash. When was the last time you had a conversation with your agent? And then you bring up the agent, but
Not currently, so I can actually see that here. It looks like you currently have the 50,000, 100,000, 50,000 coverage. So what that means is, if for bodily injuries, they would pay out to 50,000 per person, 100,000 for the entire accident, and it looks like you currently have 50,000 as well on property damage coverage. And you're wanting full coverage on the 14, liability on the 06?
Yeah.
And it looks like what you currently have. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I did.
Let's see here. And then for the full coverage, what type of deductible would you like on that call?
So you missed your scenario. So shock and awe really kind of reveals to somebody their vulnerability. Okay, think about it like, you might not realize you're cut. You're not in the business of cutting people, but you're in the business of revealing they've been cut. Your job is to offer a Band-Aid. So they don't realize that in a multi-car accident, they could actually rack up $75,000 in property damage expenses like that. And they don't realize that they'd be on the hook for $25,000, something that could wreck their life for the next 3 years. $25,000 for somebody that's a single individual, probably making 30, 40 grand a year, with all their expenses, they can't do shit for 6 years. No vacations, no additional fund spending. I mean, that wrecks them. You know what I'm saying? So think about it like that. So that's why it's so important to illustrate that scenario. And then when you illustrate the scenario, at the end of the day, I think we were way, 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 way more. We're not going to, my goal isn't to win those. My goal is to get you 100% trained. So when you have the ones to where we're $5 more, we win those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
never
saying?
know.
You don't
You
know.
don't know. And
You
I know.
don't.
I think it was just in the day.
No, I get it. I get it.
Russian.
We all run
I
into
know.
those. We all run into those. But right now, we're trying to build you a sales ability callus to where you do the exact same thing every single time. That way, it's muscle memory. That way, doing it perfect is easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I don't know if they did. I think they did 1,000 or 500. See what's the difference?
Okay.
All right. At the end of that, we're way more. And then let's pull up McGowan, CGOWAN, AN.
He is on my today list. I think I might close them.
I thought you might too.
See, and that's the thing. That's why I kind of give people time, because when I mail something out.
Yeah, keep in mind, I'm not pushing.
Okay.
I'm not pushing on that. I'm not. I'm teaching. I'm trying to teach you every way. No, not necessarily that either. I don't want anything to fall through. But Sejla, there's six different ways to sell insurance, right? You can do the 1-call close. You can do the 2 to 3 call close. You can mail out the quote to close. You can shoot the rate out when you have them on the phone to close. You can do value-based sales close. My job is to teach you, to make you the Swiss Army knife of insurance agents. So when you have that scenario, you know exactly which tool to go, which path to take. That's just hard to teach somebody.
It is.
But girl, you've learned like 5 of the 7. So
I'm learning.
you're
I feel
doing.
like my biggest problem is sometimes when I call, it's like, which route do I take?
That takes time. That takes time. That takes time to learn that, and it's okay. So, but that's what these sessions do. I reveal to you. I would take this path, take this path, take this path, and I mean, I'd say if I look 7 out of 10 times, you're taking the right path. So you're at 70%.
Hello.
Hi, is this Larry?
Yeah,
Hi, Larry. My name is Sejla with Farmers Insurance. How are you doing this morning?
pretty good.
Good. I was giving you a call. Looks like you filled something out online to get an auto quote, and I had all the numbers put together. If you had a quick second for me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Let me get you pulled up here. Just to verify a few things first, I have you currently at 301 the Briscoe Avenue.
Yeah.
Okay, now do you own or do you rent? You own? Okay, awesome.
This guy doesn't want to open up, does he?
Yeah, he doesn't. I thought at first it was going to be like 10 minutes, but then he opens up.
Yeah, I know. But see, that's the beauty of the pitch. It's designed to lower those mental barriers of like, fuck you to, all right, I'll talk to her.
Yeah.
Here. And then I have you as a driver. Is there anyone else that needs to be listed?
Or should I maybe say, is there anyone else?
Okay, and then it's a 2004 Toyota Sienna, looks like?
You can say whatever you want to say. I like to say,
I don't think I can go with the low.
Well, you don't have to.
Are you familiar with your current,
You don't have to. It works for me, but you can have it work however you want it to work. But I mean, at the end of the day, the reason I say loved ones is because it makes them be like, oh yeah, my kid, or oh yeah, this, or oh yeah, that. It helps like bring up anybody that they might be intentionally trying to hide.
Okay.
But I mean, at the end of the day, that one right there with that Peggy or Angela, that ship was set sail. So,
yeah.
I mean, you're asking if anybody needs to be listed. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, to protect our errors and omissions, you're doing everything right. So you can keep doing exactly what you're doing. I just thought I'd throw out something that I do that you might like or not like.
Okay.
I'd have to look, I think.
Okay, not a problem. I can get it pulled up here. One moment.
So right here, let's wind this back just a little bit. 122, so 113.
I'd have to look, I think.
Okay, yep. Okay, awesome. Let's see here. And are you familiar with your current bodily injury limits and your property damage limits?
Right there, that little pause. Go ahead and throw another little, the things that protect you in the event of a car crash.
Okay.
Because what you're wanting them to say is no. You're not wanting them to say, oh, let me go look for it. Oh, let me do this. You're just wanting to get them to say no.
Yeah.
And then why do we want them to say no?
So we can go over and we can take a picture why their agent sucks.
Yep, that's exactly right.
I'd have to look, I think.
Okay, not a problem. I can get it pulled up here.
So if there's something like,
well,
when you're
American
in
Family.
a car crash.
yeah, I see here that you're currently with American Family, and it looks like you currently have 50.
Hold on, what'd you say?
After I say like the bodily injury, property damage limits line, I just throw in like, in the event of a car crash.
No. The things that protect you in the event of a car crash.
Oh, okay.
Just make it smooth, roll right off your tongue.
Okay.
The things that protect you in the event of a car crash.
Okay.
I have liability, or I have full coverage.
It's crazy how people really don't know how insurance works.
Eye-opening, isn't it?
It's crazy.
100,000 limits with them, 50,000 for property damage. So what that means is, in case of an accident, for bodily injuries, the most they would pay out for a single person is 50,000 for the entire accident. So if it was a multi-vehicle accident, multiple people involved, the most they would pay out for bodily injuries is 100,000. And then it looks like you also have 50,000 for property damage. So that would include any damage on any vehicles, median, light, anything like that. And to be completely honest with you, the 50,000
to be transparent with you.
Thank you.
for the property damage kind of concerns me.
I think that's you too, and I think you think the wrong way.
One of our insureds get an accident on 270.
No, I know, but you don't want to tell me, to be honest. You need to be transparent.
Luckily, our insured had limits to protect him, but had he had your limits, he would have been out about $15,000 on